Parents need to sign students out themselves. Nannies must have written authorization, the receptionist told me. My 8-year-old daughter was sitting in the nurse's office with a fever. I'd left work, driven across town, and shown up with my ID in hand. I am her mother, I said. She checked the screen again. No, ma'am, her mother is listed as deceased. My name is Camille Price. I was 35, very much alive, and legally sharing custody of a child whose school records had just erased me. Before I tell you what was on that screen, drop a comment and let me know where you're watching from tonight. My ex-husband Adrian and I divorced when our daughter Zoe was 5. We shared equal legal decision-making. I handled most medical and school communication because my job was flexible. 2 years later, Adrian married Whitney, organized, warm in public, deeply focused on becoming a family unit. She posted photos, captioned our daughter. I told myself more love couldn't be harmful. Then my access started quietly disappearing. The pediatric portal rejected my password. The dance studio dropped me from billing. Birthday invitations went only to Adrian's address, even during my custody time. Every incident was called a clerical mistake. Stay with me, because what the school's audit log revealed next wasn't a mistake at all. It was a plan, built one drop-down menu at a time. The principal pulled up the record. Mother, deceased. Stepmother legal guardian, Whitney Cole. My name listed under authorized household help. She found a document titled AMENDED Custody Authorization on Adrian's attorney's letterhead, a signature at the bottom acknowledging that Adrian managed all educational decisions. I had never seen it, let alone signed it. On the drive home, Zoe asked why the receptionist called me her nanny. I told her it was a mistake. She looked out the window and whispered, "Dad said Whitney is my school mom because you get confused about forms." That sentence hurt worse than the screen had. When I called Adrian, he blamed a website autofill error, then admitted adding Whitney as guardian because she often handles pickups. About the forged authorization, you sign a lot of things. You probably forgot. I moved all communication to our custody app and called my attorney, Lee Grant. The school's audit log showed the changes happened over 3 separate dates, each requiring Adrian to manually select and confirm a status from a menu. Not an accident. We found more. The pediatrician had a form saying I'd voluntarily delegated medical decisions for a year. The dance studio was told I'd moved out of state. Summer camp listed Whitney as Zoe's mother and me as an emergency contact who shouldn't receive billing info. Zoe's teacher quietly reached out. During a class project, Zoe had drawn 2 houses with me in both. The final poster displayed only Adrian and Whitney. Whitney had emailed teachers asking them to avoid the phrase 2 homes because it confused Zoe, writing that I had limited involvement. Zoe later told me, gently, that Whitney said families work better when everyone agrees who the real parents are. Adrian responded to my court motion by requesting primary custody. Calling his and Whitney's placed the intact family home, as if my equal, court-ordered custody made me the intruder in my own daughter's life. Now here's something I'd love your honest opinion on. Where do you think the line is between a loving step-parent and someone actively trying to replace a biological parent? Tell me in the comments. Restoring the truth became unpaid labor I hadn't asked for, correcting the dentist's records, the after-school program, even the library account, each requiring copies of court orders and explanations to strangers, while Adrian had made every false change in minutes online. The court appointed a guardian ad litem. Whitney cried and insisted she never wanted to replace me, until the evaluator found dozens of her social posts calling herself Zoe's only mother, including an edited kindergarten graduation photo with me cut out entirely, captioned, "Some women give birth, but real mothers stay." She'd blocked me, so I'd never seen it. The evaluator's report named a clear pattern of parental erasure and a loyalty conflict placed on Zoe. She recommended I receive final authority over medical and educational decisions for a year, that record changes require both parents' consent, and that Adrian attend co-parenting therapy. The judge agreed, calling the deceased designation a disturbing and deliberate misrepresentation. Whitney was barred from representing herself as a legal guardian. In therapy, Adrian eventually admitted he resented that school staff called me first after the divorce, Recreating an intact family felt like reclaiming authority he believed he'd lost. Whitney, who had struggled with infertility before marrying Adrian, admitted the title of mother had felt like proof her marriage was permanent. Neither excuse undid what they'd built. Over time, things shifted. Zoe's new school file listed me first, Adrian second, Whitney accurately as stepmother. At year's end, Zoe drew a new family poster, 2 houses connected by a purple road, herself standing in the middle holding both ends. Her teacher asked if she felt stuck between homes. "No," Zoe said, "I'm the person who gets to walk on the road." The receptionist who first stopped me eventually sent a personal apology. The district changed its policy so no parent could be marked deceased online without documentation and review. I saved that email, not because it repaired anything, but because the system got slightly safer for the next mother. Love doesn't require counterfeit documents. Stability doesn't mean pretending one home is real and the other an interruption. And no child should be asked to prove loyalty by misnaming the people who actually raise her. If this story resonated with you, subscribe to Unheard Drama Stories and let me know in the comments where you're watching from and what you'd have done in my shoes.